Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ANIPOD Presents the In-Quy'zz-ition. I am your host, Dippy the DM, and these are my lovely players. Say hi, lovely players.
Hi, Mia.
Hi.
God damn it. Mia is not a real person. You have to let her go.
Oh, no.
She died 5 years ago. No, I'm kidding.
She's here.
It's a
wait,
figment of
Mia?
your imagination.
She's with us. Amaya?
Amaya?
A Tamaya?
Aruba? Omega?
Omega,
baby mama?
Omega, come on, baby, take it. I have no idea how that song actually goes. Brett, how you doing, Brett? The Inquisition of what? What? It's an
Inquisition of your soul.
Yeah. Actually,
I still don't really know what that word means.
funny enough, when I came up with the title, it was basically a play on like Spanish Inquisitors, because but instead of religious malfaction, it is environmental malfaction, because it's changing the environment of Quy'zz from trashland to clean land, but everybody's lived in trashland for so long that you don't know which one is better. Yes.
I mean, to be fair, one of our party members has literally tried to reinstate their religious deity and convert other people into their religious doctrine. So in a way, we are still technically a literal inquisition.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Zog.
Yeah.
I don't see a problem in just thinking everyone needs to have a boat.
Inquisition.
You're like Vermin Supreme, but instead of everybody gets a pony, everybody gets a boat.
Yes.
Never mind, you guys are hanging out with literally a devil. So.
Yeah, literally.
Hey, people in hell need religion too.
Exactly. So, welcome back. This is episode 49 of the Inquisition, and today we are going to bring to you a little bit more hellish adventures. We're still not quite at the point where we're going to be able to get to the point where they can escape. No one expects the boat Inquisition? Hey, there you go. So we're still not at the point where our intrepid party may have a ticket out of hell, but we're getting close. And as of this moment right now, 2 of our players are MIA once again. Well, technically 3, but one of them will be back here in a second. Last week, Dono and Mirthy were not here for their own reasons. Or not last week, last episode. This episode, Fantasy and Rhys are not going to be here for their own personal reasons. So, we're missing the Fae squad today, or 2/3 of the Fae squad today. But that 2/3 of the Fae squad kind of already did everything they wanted to do at the market, and there wasn't really anything else that they were doing, and I actually went over the thing that Rhys wanted to do first last episode, so we're just gonna go on with it. Now,
Just need to pick up braces.
yes. So hopefully one of you remembers to do that here at the beginning of the session. Before we move on to the meat of the episode, first and foremost, thank you to tabletopaudio.com for providing this mixture of sounds and ambiance that you are listening to currently to emulate the cavernous and hellish pits of Dis. It's a lovely little source for ambient tracks, sound effects, sound libraries, and background music for you to use in your TTRPGs, both online and in person. You can connect them to your smart devices. You can use them in streams online as long as you give them a shout. You can subscribe to their Patreon and get longer versions of tracks. You can buy merch from them. There really are just an all-encompassing, wonderful tool and company for tabletop audio. That's why they have the name. Thank you for being the music to our ears. Also, this coming Monday will be a dapper discussion with kind of celebrating Halloween once again. The Tuesday after that is a Crossroads episode. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hey, see what I did there? Then the next time you can expect an Inquisition episode will be on November 8th, at which point I will have gotten a year older. So, that will be fun. It'll be so fun. And, yeah, so I think unless anyone had any questions or anything else to do, we might get started here.
I'm good.
I'm ready.
All right. Well, last time on the In-Quy'zz-ition.
Total drama. Sorry.
Last time on Total Drama
Drama.
Hellscape. So,
I'd like to go off
two
the
of our
boat,
wacky campers almost fell off a cliff and died. No, that was time before last, sorry. Last time,
Never look at that down.
Mavron, our lovely hellish concierge for this trip, decided to take the lovely band of misfits down to a hideout to begin hiding out until they're summoned to the Iron Throne, which a courier informed them was in 2 days. So they spent the first day doing downtime stuff. There was a little bit of meditation. There was a little bit of something else. I forget. But the main meat of that episode was another shopping episode, because they are in Hell, home of one of the largest marketplaces in D&D, the Wandering Emporium, which we subsequently renamed the Electrum Bay as an eBay joke.
Yeah.
And they went and they perused some fairs. And my god, Zog had one of the greatest improv stories of this campaign. And you really need to go back to the episode and watch it just for that story, because it's fucking amazing. And there were some more fun times to be had when the leader of the Wandering Emporium caught wind of a couple of the players trying to leave Hell through the Wandering Emporium.
Just a couple?
Just
Yeah.
talking.
This is a little bit
Just-
of conversation.
Yeah.
At which point the party met Mahdi, the leader of the Wandering Emporium, and they have foolishly begun to think that they can adopt him, and they will reckon for their sins if they try to follow up on that foolish endeavor. But on that,
We're gonna try to take somebody out of hell with us.
but on that note,
Mavron.
we ended. Mavron.
No, not again,
Stealthy, I
Dably.
swear to God, I'm
Not
not trying.
again.
I'm not trying to abduct you into a full-time position in this game. I swear.
I
Again?
am.
Yeah, that's what you have to contend with. So let me turn my mic down a little. Sorry. So we left off last session kind of just at the end of a conversation between the party and Mahdi. And we pick up still in the Wandering Emporium, still in the Electrum Bay. I think I did end it on a different point, but we'll just pick back up in the Electrum Bay. As the party now finds themselves standing amidst the wares. Oh, we ended at the tailor shop, the
Yes.
clothing store. So
Yes.
Zog
People
added
got
a
clothes.
vest. Zog
I have a
added a
vest
vest. It's great. That's all he needed.
I'm fancy.
And I don't think anyone else did anything. Honestly, I don't think anyone else actually had to do anything, now that I think about it. So we are picking up as they leave the clothing shop at the end of the first day.
I gotta run off again real quick.
Sure,
I
no
did
worries.
actually grab something. I just have not came up with the idea yet.
Right,
Oh,
of
okay.
course. Yeah,
I
go
grabbed
ahead.
a little bit better clothes, but I'll
Right, of course, yeah. So,
Zog tried on the vest and then looked at the shopkeep and said, "So I fucked an Aarakocra this one time."
no, that was a Feywild shop that exchanges words as currency in the way that Fey do. It's if I was truly following Fey culture, you would no longer be able to tell that story. which would be really, really
Oh,
sad. But she loved it so much that she allowed you to keep the story because she was so amused by it. It was.
Yeah, she wanted the story to live on.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it'll live on through her telling it. Like she'll still tell it to everyone, but you got to keep it out of the kindness of her heart.
Her next knitting club is gonna be lit.
It's just like 80. You imagine knitting clubs being for 80-year-olds, but for elves, that's like 8-year-olds learning how to knit.
Oh, I was thinking the opposite. They're like 3,000 years old. You wouldn't believe this.
In all my 3,000 years, I've never heard such a tale as this. Please gather round. No, but
I like it. I like it the other way of like, Stacy got another one. You won't believe this. Of like they've heard the story before.
Oh yeah. Well,
all right, sorry. I'll stop distracting the teacher.
We pick up on the outside of, on the outskirts of the Wandering Emporium in the Electrum Bay, where the party now has basically the evening's travel back to the hideout, and then the next day for this session.
How long did it say for Quinlan's bracers to be done? Was it the next day?
Yes, Quinlan's bracers will be done in the course of the next day. So
gotcha.
One of you just has to go back, pick it up. In fact, that'll be what Quinlan does.
Yeah.
That'll be what Quinlan does, and just for safekeeping, Willow will go with him. So that's the walk away for the two players that are truly missing today. And it'll be right as rain. Now we just need Dono to get here and we have a party going. So, these fine fellows haven't seen the title of the episode, but I'm about to drop them the fish hook.
Oh, I have.
Oh, you have? Okay. Well, I'll drop them the fish hook here soon. So, you do have the rest of the day to travel back to the hideout if you wanted to do something different. If you wanted to, like, the rest of the day. There is no, like, sun, moon. There's just, how much time has passed? Hell is an eternity because you have no clock.
Hell is eternal.
Hell is an eternity because you have no clock. And if you do, people don't share. It's...
My clock is my best friend.
Some people are punished with a clock because they just get to count away the seconds of eternity.
I'm punished by my best friend as well. It's, that checks out.
There's a special spot in hell for all the people who are chronically late to important events, and they just have to stare at a clock and be exactly on time for the rest of eternity.
Oh my god. Yeah, absolutely. So, the floor is yours. If there's anything you'd like to do, then you may do so. Allie, while I've got you, you weren't here last session, but if you could care to describe, we'll take the first little bit here. If you could care to describe what you've been doing with your day, following the party or otherwise. If you were following the party, you would have had a little bit of time earlier in the day, and the rest of the party and the rest of the time would have been spent traveling to the Electrum Bay, the Wandering Emporium. If there was a thing you were looking for, I divided it into a D4 last time between clothes, weapons, armor, and something else. I forget. Oh, cartography. If there was something you were looking for in the Electrum Bay, we can go through that now.
There is a very specific item I'm looking for.
Oh.
Is it the bone?
That I've been looking for this whole time.
Shit.
that we've been here in my whole life. Actually, I've been looking for it since I was like I think like 8.
Hey, Dippy, fuck your plot hook. This is what's happening.
Oh
And,
fuck! Wait a minute. No.
I think
I didn't
Ellie
think about
has been
this.
keeping their eye out for a specific item that comes in a little rectangular box. That
Okay, here's how this is gonna work.
Assuredly, if it would end up anywhere, it would end up in one of 2 places: the Feywilds or hell. And looking around, this looks a lot like hell.
Holy shit. Okay, this is what the first part of this episode is going to be. So, Allie,
Yeah.
you can do this in one of 2 ways. You can roll a D100. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. And depending on how close to the number you get is either how long you spend looking, or if you're too far away from it, you're not successful at all. And I am genuinely thinking of a number 1 to 100. Or you dedicate the entirety of your time looking, and you can roll a D20 and beat a DC. Are you feeling
If I
lucky?
roll the 100, I'm less likely to find it, is what I'm hearing.
If you roll the 100, you have a better chance of finding it quicker. And a better chance of it even existing in this marketplace in the first place. If you roll so far away from the number I'm thinking of, it won't even appear in the market. You will have wasted your entire day looking for a thing that does not exist in the market. But if the closer you get, the quicker you might find it.
Okay.
I am genuinely thinking of a number between 1 and 100.
I got a 75.
It's a good number.
It's a good, solid
You rolled a 75?
3/4. I rolled exactly a 75. Do I get to add anything, subtract anything?
No, you don't get to add or subtract anything.
Yeah. I like to think that Ellie's like listening to conversations and kind of like
text
peeking into
you.
stores while we're wandering around.
Yeah, you can peek into stores, absolutely. I'm gonna text you the number I was thinking of.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty close. This is pretty close. I don't know about
It's
you,
within.
but that looks
It's
pretty
within.
close.
I'll say it's within 10.
It is within 10.
Damn.
For the whole time.
So.
I got lucky.
Okay.
I'm really excited.
Okay. You're peeking around in storefronts. And I'll do a quick description of the Emporium because I gave a very lengthy description of the Emporium in the last episode. You can go check that out. But for Allie specifically, this is the world's largest, like, Moroccan bazaar type place that you can think of. There are, like, stalls and booths set up. Imagine a convention center in hell. And there are stalls and booths decked out to look like their respective planes of existence, coming here and selling their wares to whoever is in hell, because God knows that everybody in hell needs to buy more things when they're in their afterlife or in their hellish life. Which means that you get a lot of trash and you get a lot of really, really cool magic items from people who are looking to make the best bucks from the people who travel here. So you're kind of looking, and your curiosity is going through the roof. Like, oh, what is that? What's this? What's this? There's magic items here. What's this? And soon enough, you come across a stall, a very small stall that deals in cards. Specifically in cards. Like, they have, like, decks of playing cards, decks of magic cards, decks of, like, cards for, like, close-up magic, like, trick cards. You do have a deck of illusions from the Tinker's shop. And you, like, see another deck of illusions, like, just sitting amongst his wares.
Oh, no, I got a trickery deck. I never got the deck of illusions.
A trickery deck? No,
that
you
was
didn't
another
get
one I was searching
Sorry, that
for.
was a different... Sorry, the deck of illusions was a different campaign. My apologies. You got a trickery deck. So, but you see, like, a deck of illusions. You know what a deck of illusions looks like.
Yeah.
But, like, coming up to this stall, you have a lingering feeling as you pass by the
Curiosity's tingling.
stall. Yeah, exactly. Like your spidey sense, but your kitty sense is going off. And it's just like, hang on, a stall that sells cards, I wonder. We pick up with the shopkeep, who I am going to find a name for very fast. Hold on.
Bartholomew.
No, I have a few here. Yeah, sure. He sits kind of arms and hands kind of tented. He wears kind of this simple but it's very simple. It's almost like a tunic sewn in one piece. Like, you can't find a stitch line on this thing. Like, it's one perfect piece of cloth that he made this out of. In, like, pure black, no hood, but pure black tunic, with a decorative kind of, like, almost, you know, an Eye of Horus. It's emblematic of an Eye of Horus without actually being an Eye of Horus. Around his neck, and a gold chain, and he, kind of human, very dark-skinned individual, and just, he blends in with this, with, like, the darkness of his stall, and it's, like, it's a very imposing figure as he looks, and he goes, a purveyor of card tricks. You've come to the right place. Are you looking to expand your horizons? Looking to expand your readings? Or are you looking for something a little more? As he flicks a trickery deck, and creates like a little dazzle. It's basically a deck that has prestidigitation enchanted within it, so you can make effects come from the cards. And he like sparkle, 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 ka-shing, sparkle, sparkle. Flavorful.
I was just wondering by, and it seems like you have a grand deal here. So I was curious and just how grand a collection you have. You have some things I've seen before, but I'm curious if you have anything I may not have.
That depends on how well traveled you are.
I've been here or there. As you can tell, I kind of lean forward and let one of my ears fall out of my hood. I'm not really from here. I've traveled quite far.
Interesting. Make a charisma check for like subtext.
Subtext?
Make a charisma check for subtext.
Would that just be a straight charisma text? Or?
Yeah, just make it a straight charisma check. It's not persuasion, and it's not deception because you're not lying.
Oh, that's not a good one. I got an 8.
8 total?
It's not good yet.
He's letting off this. He's very covert. Yeah, I did. That was the name I was gonna use. His the little banner across his board is Solomon Covert's. His last name is Covert, C-O-V-E-R-T.
Clever.
Sullivan Covert's cards, and he kind of looks at you like puzzled. Here and there are many who have traveled here and there. My question, I guess, is what great of a distance betwixt here and there are we talking?
I've been many places, physically and metaphorically. Tales take you far farther than feet ever do. I've been to oceans and cities and towns, some of which I know the names of, some of which I don't. I hail from a place called Newark City. I'm clearly not from here, and I visited. I'm on a trip to find certain items. It's taken me close to the Feywilds and back again.
Make one more charisma check for subtext. You're this
it's even
close.
Worse.
You're this.
I got a 5.
Do you have inspiration?
I'm gonna give Allie one of my inspiration to reroll that.
Fair enough. You have like what, 12? No, Dono has like 12.
Yeah, Dono has a bunch.
my sticky note. I have 10.
Damn.
I have 2 after this.
Mm. Did you get any better?
Oh, I need to roll again. Sorry. I missed the thing.
Yeah. You got an inspiration.
Oh, I got an inspiration. Oh, how nice. I got a 12.
12?
It's better than that.
It's better.
He kind of like perks an eyebrow. You come from a very populous place on the surface.
Mm.
And you have traveled far and wide.
Mm.
But extraplanar has escaped you thus far, until recently.
Yes.
Interesting.
I'm still
I
getting my
may
feet wet with
have some exotic offerings. If that's what is tickling your fancy.
I wouldn't have come over here if I wasn't looking for something a little more exciting than a typical deck of trickery. And I just flourish mine real quick.
He kind of like
and put it away.
He kind of like looks down one like line next to his stall. Kind of like looks down another line next to his stall. Plenty of people milling. Make a perception check.
Yeah. Finally something I'm good at. 29.
29.
Ooh.
You do not see any people focusing on you or him, and neither does he. So he puts a hand on your shoulder, and he goes, loose, and you get sucked through you basically get sucked into a pocket dimension, and you reappear in what appears to be, for lack of a better way to put it, a basic stone room, like cobblestones all around, and like basically entirely encompassing the area around you, with only but one sconce to light the room, and it looks to be arcane, like an ever-burning sconce.
Oh, don't show me to your best room, I guess.
You feel yourself losing air. Like, this place is not designed to be inhabited for very long. As you see him wave a hand over his face and a mask type apparatus magically appears over his mouth. And he kind of gestures back, and you see 3 glass cases on 3 solid stone pedestals in this room. In fact, I'm going to make this a little more personal here. Let's see. There we go. Here we are. You can hear wind whistling through the cracks in between the stones, but you feel yourself losing your air, obviously. Pocket dimensions. They don't have too much oxygen. You see 3 solid stone pillars, 3 glass display cases atop them, and inside each glass case, a simple enough deck of cards. But your curiosity drives wild in this room as you look, and you can tell that what you have stumbled upon here is exactly what you have been looking for, but with a twist.
I look at the shopkeep.
If you truly know what it is that you came here for, then you will know exactly what you have to do.
And as you feel yourself, you can hold your breath for as long as your Constitution modifier. You have that long, plus however many Constitution saves you're willing to make after that, to figure out which one of these 3 decks of cards is the deck of many things. So what do you do first?
I'm gonna ask him a question first, obviously.
That'll waste precious oxygen. You better make it count.
I'm just gonna say, to clarify, I can only choose one to lift the glass lid off of.
Precisely.
So I have 1 minute to make a decision. I have 1 Constitution modifier.
Your con mod is 1?
I am not the person to be given physical actions to. I am a city kid. I'm not meant to be doing this shit.
I thought you had at least 2. Okay.
I'm a little bean. It's okay. I will take those con saves. Yes, I'm willing to die on this hill. Like, let's do this. I'm here for it. But I just want to clarify, I have 1 minute.
Hey, you have not but 1 minute.
10 turns. Or is this not combat turns?
This can be combat turns, yeah. You spent your first one asking him that question.
Okay, that's fine.
So now you have 9 turns
great,
to figure out through wills or wits of your own which of these 3 decks of cards is the deck of many things.
I'm gonna use identify.
You have to be touching the object in order for the identify spell to work. I will give you that, and I will say that you don't. That will take a minute anyway. You
right. No, I have it as like an instantaneous.
You do?
Oh, casting time is 1, but duration is instantaneous.
Yeah.
Damn, that's so unfortunate. Of course, if I had 2 minutes, it would have been fine.
I wish I was with you. I wish I was with you.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the first pedestal.
So they are lined up. They are lined up in a perfect row. 1, 2, 3.
I'm going up to the one on the right. I guess that'll be my number
on your
1.
right. Yeah, sure.
Right is 1, middle is 2, left is, just make this easy, 3.
As looking at it, yeah, I got you.
I got 3 pedestals. 1, 2, 3. All right. Assuming this man has moved this item in the past, I'm going to do an investigation check on this pedestal, see if the glass looks like it is smudged or the pedestal looks like it has been lifted up at any point.
Ooh, good. Okay, good pull. Make an investigation check.
Okay. So a natural 1 for a 4.
Oh my god.
I'm not doing well. I am not on my grind.
As you realize that you're losing air and holding your breath, your vision isn't blurry, but you are finding it hard to focus on minute details in this situation. None of them are very obviously smudged. None of them have very obviously been moved recently. It seems that this man has been begging for someone to do this because they look immaculate to your novice eye.
Okay, so based on, so I gotta look at all 3 of them or just the 1?
I'll say that investigation check covered all 3 of them.
Okay, so 4 tells me that he wasn't with them. Okay, I'm not very hopeful, but fair enough.
Great pull, terrible roll.
Right. Shit.
8 turns left.
Okay. I'm trying to think about what Allie would know about the deck of many things.
Make an arcane, either an arcana check or a history check.
Which one's better? Fuck, they're the same. I'll make an arcana check.
Okay.
It's 12.
12? You know that the deck of many things is a very old object. Crafted basically at the dawn of magic, when magic was, you know, very raw, very powerful, and could be imbued into things as simple as cards with naught but a touch. So you're looking for something that is not only arcane, but is very ancient arcane. And looking at all 3 of these decks underneath these lids...
You want me to roll a perception check?
Yeah, I'll say this is in the same turn, because you'd got, like, a basic idea of
15.
what you're looking for. 15. Okay. There is something very distinct about all three of these decks. They each have a different colored gem inlaid into the box that keeps the cards in them. One of them has a pristine ruby, one of them has a faded diamond, and one of them has a corrupted opal. Or not opal. What's the black one? Obsidian? Yeah, like a corrupted obsidian gem. Obsidian's not really a gem, it's a rock. What's the
rock?
Like a black gemstone. Onyx, that's the word.
One, yeah.
And one has a perfect ruby, one has a faded diamond, and one has a foggy onyx.
Okay.
Foggy Onyx is the name of my next punk band.
Add it to the list.
I'm gonna look at the person. I'm gonna waste more oxygen, which that's fine if it takes 2 turns because I'm wasting more oxygen.
I'll say that talking in a turn it just is the amount of oxygen wasted. That's fine.
And I'm gonna try to persuade him. And I'm gonna say, this doesn't quite seem fair. I can touch them. I can hardly see them because of the glass. And I can't see the deck at all because it's inside of a case. You can't give me a hint at all? This is a rather unfair game.
Make your persuasion check.
That is a 22.
22?
Yeah. I'm a talker, not a fighter.
Okay. He seems swayed.
Mm.
Over the table, I'm going to try to think of a hint.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, let me actually look at an image of the deck of many things, see if I need to change my description at all.
And I've used 4 of my
They
9
vary.
turns.
Those descriptions vary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A badass hint would be he just sets one of the decks on fire.
I can give you. I can
The
send
Monty
you a hint
Hall
that would
paradox.
probably work. Here, I can.
It's just a Monty Hall paradox. You like.
Work. Check your
Hold
Discord.
on. Say again.
Check your Discord.
Oh. Okay.
Trying to roleplay out
Yeah.
the intelligence level.
The
that they
cards. Oh no,
killing
that's the
me.
cards themselves. Shit.
are. Yeah. It's in a box.
These are all ornate boxes, so that fits with the description. Okay. Those of many faces share company, is the hint that he gives you.
It's not a very good hint. Maybe I'm just stupid. Okay.
Make an intelligence check to see if you can decipher the hint.
Oh, wait. So it was, those of many faces keep company.
Mhm.
Many faces keep company. There's 3 of them. So make a what? Intelligence check? Fuck, I don't know.
To decipher the hint, yeah.
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
That's really good for Allie.
There are many things that have faces to you. People, cards, and gemstones. Dono, welcome back. You came in at a really cool time.
The hint was...
Those with many faces share company, and you interpreted that many things have faces. People, cards, and gemstones.
Those with share faces. They keep company. I'm gonna fucking veil this shit all day long.
I believe that leaves you with 6 turns.
Can't lift the glass. I'm gonna kick the podiums and try to knock them over so the glass falls off, but I didn't lift the glass, so it doesn't count as me picking a tarot deck.
You try to kick a podium? This is a turn. Are you sure you want to try to kick a podium?
Can I roll a strength check?
No movement. You hurt your foot.
How much damage do I take? I'm okay with
No
that.
damage. Just
Okay,
emotional damage.
just
You
like
hurt your pride.
Toe.
You hurt your pride a little bit.
Oh, I was like,
And the
oh,
guy
worth it.
crosses his arms and says,
I just
trying to
worth it.
cheat your game. Trying to cheat my game, are we?
Try to cheat. Any good gambler knows you play the game per the exact rules given.
1 second.
You now have
I'm about
5
to
turns.
Plug in
I'm
my
about to go
headphones to
feral.
my computer.
Dono.
Okay.
Okay, no. Yeah.
He has
The
to
guy
fix his
take all
headphones.
3.
I'm just go feral. I'm just going
Okay,
to...
wait. Before you do that,
Okay, what's going on
This
here?
is Allie
you got
getting-
you got a 20 to interpret the hint. You know that these gemstones vary in how they are cut. It looks like they are varied in how they are cut. So the
Should I do an
number of
investigation check on
faces,
the-
so the number of faces on each gemstone might be different.
Oh, that was different than what I was thinking. Okay, I'm gonna investigate the cuts on the
Okay, that'll be your
gemstones.
next turn. You have 4
Okay, I'll
turns.
take
Make an
it.
investigation check.
Investigation plus 3. That's a 23.
23.
I'm down
All
to
right.
3 moves as per my
The
counts.
onyx is a smooth, rounded gem. It only has 1 face. The diamond is a kiss cut. Basically, it is cut into like a rounded shape with many different triangular surfaces kind of jutting into its face. Counting them with a quick investigation check comes out to comes out to about like 48 or so. The ruby is a very simple square cut, but there's an imperfection on the ruby, which leaves it with only 13 faces.
Lucky
you have
number
4 turns left.
13.
I will actually give you a choice. You can make an insight check based on your investigation check, or another action that you were originally going to do.
I'm just gonna go with my first choice before I just got that information.
Which was what?
The ruby, because it's the only one that's not faded or damaged. And then you told me the description that it was damaged, but it's too late. I'm choosing the ruby one.
Sorry, upon closer inspection, the cut
Right.
left like an extemporaneous face in the way it was cut, making it 13.
But lucky number 13. Allie's going for the ruby one.
Okay. So on your 4th turn, you approach the deck with the ruby embedded in the face, in the box.
This is my 7th turn, per my count.
Oh, so you have 3 left.
I would have only had 2 left because I had 9.
You would have had 2 left. So on your turn with 2 left, you approach the pedestal with the ruby encrusted on the box. You lift it up. You hear
Throw the glass.
Do you reach out and touch the box?
Can I do an insight check on the man to see if he has a reaction to me lifting the glass off of this card deck?
Make an insight check, but it's a high DC.
That's fine. I got 21.
21. A lot of his face was covered by his mask. His eyes weren't, and he cocks an eyebrow.
I'm gonna swipe it up. If I'm wrong, I get a nice deck.
As you take the deck off of its perch, you feel the room kind of like hiss, and like you're like the last of your air is escaping you, and as you like he looks to you, puts a hand on your shoulder, says loose, as you are zapped out of that room and back into the Wandering Emporium.
Don't expect a tip.
Hold on.
Actually, I played a cat, not the mouse. I used to have a tomfoolery happening to me. No, my cousin's name is Tom. He's the fool, not me. Oh, oxygen is so nice.
Yeah. As he looks at you, looks at the deck in your hand.
Did I do it? Is this it?
He leans into one of your giant cat ears.
Use them.
And he gestures at you with an open hand. Now get out of here. I don't need any more interlopers.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go.
Allie.
Clutching my pearls, running after the group, as I have attained a thing that I've been searching for since childhood. Baffled. Things are about to be fun.
The magic
Charging
emanating.
battery.
Shit.
Umberly.
Umberly.
She's coming to stop you.
Awakened by my collection.
She's congratulating.
All right.
Do I get to add what I think I get to add to my inventory?
Allie, you may add a deck of many things to your inventory.
Fuck yeah! Amazing.
I see I came in at the right time.
So,
Yes.
so the reason that he gave that hint was because he was so impressed, and the reason that the ruby with 13 faces is the deck that was correct is because there are 13 cards in a majority of the decks of many things. So
I see.
you now
Allie is not that
you
smart.
do not know how many cards have previously
left.
been used,
Right.
how many are left, but this box feels mostly full.
Allie has a shit-eating grin on their face when they catch up with the group.
So, you kind of catch up with the group silently, like, as, like, the Mahadi incident is kind of playing out. You catch up with the group. And you go over to the tailors after that point. Dono, now that you're here, welcome.
Hi.
I'll give you a very, very quick
Hi, Dono.
summation of
Hello.
the last session plus the last 50 minutes you've missed.
That'd be nice, thank you.
So, the last session, the party went to the Wandering Emporium, which is one of the largest marketplaces on any plane of existence. And it is found here in the second level of Hell in Dis, in what I have described to the party as the Electrum Bay. eBay. It's a joke, haha.
Oh, nice.
They spent a little bit of time doing other downtime activities, but if you've been hanging out in your pot, then you would have been with the group throughout this. So
Okay.
I will say, if there was anything in the Wandering Emporium, and I'll give you a brief description again. I gave a much more detailed description in the last episode. Go check that out. I'll give another, even briefer description to Dono now that he's here. Imagine a convention center in the middle of a cave. There are booths and stalls set up in all different styles, in all different values, and all different worths, selling basically anything you can think of. Because this is the largest buyer's market anywhere on any plane of existence, because it is a captive audience. And these people were brought here by their vices of greed and lack of subtlety. So there are many people who travel here to buy things for basically either their glamour or their like inherent value of it being like a space where people are going to buy things. Which means there's a lot of squalor. There's a lot of people that just like, hey, shit cart, come and buy some shit. Versus like one of the most complicated booths set up from the valleys of Mechanus itself, with the biggest tinkerers and like creating full-on automatons for people to purchase. You know, kind of deal. Like, there's a lot of stuff like that here. So basically anything that you can think that you would want to, like, buy that you might not think to buy in a typical setting, you can, I gave Allie this same choice. You can roll a D100. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. And depending on how close you get to that number is how close you find that thing. If you don't care, you can spend your time looking as you're with the group, and you know, make your choice as you're traveling with the group on what you want to buy. If it's not that difficult, if it's not that complicated, and you can roll a d20 for an investigation.
Okay. You know that whole thing that happens when it's just like you could do anything, you just kind of get to a point where it's like, I don't know.
You get analysis paralysis, you have too many choices? Yeah, I get what you mean.
There's a thing that I want to do.
Okay.
But this doesn't sound like I can do that thing here. Because...
Hit me.
Okay, so you know my permafrost teeth? My 6 of them that I have?
Yes.
That I got from, that I have a bottle of? I would like to have them infused into daggers, so they're permafrost daggers.
So that would be like an armory, basically.
Okay.
There is last time they did find 2 very promising armories. One who was set up from the fields of Elysium for granting mighty heroes weaponry of the greatest caliber. In their devout kindness and generosity. And the other band of dwarves from another continent in, like, material plane that created fine weaponry, like, using their brute force materials and strength and everything to craft some of the finest forged weapons in the material plane or anywhere else. In terms of doing what you want to do, you get the feeling that forging magic you already have into weapons would be more of a dwarves game.
Yes.
So,
okay.
You can go over to the dwarven shop here.
Okay.
And you see that this is basically set up like one of the bigger booths. There is like a whole like, you went to Gratuity Mills not too long ago. You know what an ironworks looks like. This is like a miniaturized scale model ironworks in the middle of this marketplace, surrounded by a booth of like solid stone walls, or at least what looks like solid stone walls, as a couple of dwarves are pounding away making some new weapons, and a couple more are out
one
front
of those
kind of
forges
barking.
that are like or I guess it would be what forge clerics have, is that they have a mobile forge.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
It looks like this is actually a guild of forge clerics, which is why they're here. You know, they forge clerics. You know, they can create very quickly. They can mass produce simple weapons very quickly. These forge clerics seem to have taken the next step and can mass produce simple magical iron weapons very quickly, and they sell them like in their wandering capacity. So you approach what appears to be the lead, and he is kind of like standing, he's kind of like walking around, monitoring his wares, monitoring his shop, and he looks over, and he just kind of goes, right, go on. We have many more customers coming in today. We've got to make sure that they're all pleased. And he like turns, meets your eye, and is like, "Speak to the devil! Welcome, come on in, ha 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 ha! You look like, oh wow,
I'm just tiny.
Oh, you're tiny.
Yeah.
You're shorter than this dwarf is.
Can I crawl up onto the counter? Like, can I
you like kind of slinky slime your way up onto the
Oh
counter,
yeah,
like
exactly. Just slap myself right up there.
as he's like, well, aren't you interesting? Well, welcome. You look like a kind of creature that has something for me, not just something not just something you're trying to take.
Well, I mean, I need to take your specialties to be able to do the things I'm looking for. I've got,
Of course.
I've got these fun little teeth, and you just see me like just pop out a bottle from in my like form.
Picks one
Like,
up.
I've got.
It gets like a bunch
I
of
can't
cold
even
on his
remember how I
fingers,
got them. I think I got them off a fish that I caught, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So I was fishing one day on a boat in the material plane, okay? And I caught this fish, and it had these weird teeth in it. And I popped them out, and I got 6 of them. The other one's kind of broke, but they're really, really cold.
I can tell as you see like as you can see like frost kind of forming on the outer layer of his glove.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, very interesting. As he kind of sets it down again. Well, what were you looking to turn these into, my little friend?
I would like to get them if they aren't big enough to do daggers, because I don't know what the actual size of them are.
Oh, you could make
never like describe that to me.
You could make some rather short implements, short daggers. That some forges nowadays they always say that bigger is better, longer daggers. You're turning them into short swords at that point. Well, we can turn these into nice, simple, short daggers for you at no problem at all. Sharpen them, make sure they maintain their magical properties, at least for a little bit. That shouldn't be a problem at all. And we can do that to all 6 of your fine wares, all 6 of your fine teeth here.
What type of daggers would they become? Because I know there's like the flame tongue type of thing. I don't know if there's any kind of like a frost thing that comes into play.
Seeing as you have brought these cold permafrost teeth, imagine a dagger that freezes combatants as you stab them. I'm sure that there are some paralytic properties to be gained from something of this massive cold. What he's basically putting forth in over the table talk. If you take this if you craft these into daggers, if you craft them into daggers, they will gain 7 non-rechargeable charges. When you make an attack with that dagger, or if you throw that dagger, activating a charge, roll a d20. On a 15 or better, the dagger has a chance to stun its opponent, removing either its action or partially stun its opponent, removing either its action or its bonus action on the flip of a coin. Or you can just circumvent all that and they do an extra 1d6 cold damage.
I would like to do the 1d6 cold damage.
For all of them?
Yes, for all of them.
Okay. Splendid. Well, this shouldn't take us too
I'm
long.
also going to put in that, like, I would like to have an engravement on the blade. I don't know how fine you can do this, and I'm not going to say it quite yet. But I'm going to ask that he does it.
Sure. As you like whisper into his ear what it is. Okay. Yes. That shouldn't be a problem at all. It will be very fine, but we can have an inlay so that it can be clearly seen. Of course. Now, for all of that simple process to be done, 6 daggers, time, you already have half the material, little custom
I can
engraving
give you a
on each
couple
one.
daggers if you want. But I just thought maybe you'd have better material than
But of
just these
course.
raggedy daggers that I have.
But of course. If you are willing to let us keep some of them, we'll knock off the price for the others. Let's say you have 6. if we keep half, then you can pay a quarter.
I'd like to keep all 6.
Wait, what did you say? I thought you said if you let you can keep some of them.
No, I said I have a few daggers, but they probably have better material to make daggers out of than daggers that I already have.
Oh,
So,
okay. Oh, sorry. Retcon, reverse it. We can we can salvage some material from anything that you're willing to allow us to use. That would cut down on cost.
Okay. Well, what's your price right now?
For all 6, without any exchanges, custom engraving, half the materials already covered. Let's say 50 gold for all 6.
Okay.
Now, if you have some material you're willing to donate to us, we can cut down costs based on that. But some of that is embezzled into the time taken, obviously. So.
Okay, I'm gonna spit out my quartz, which is 50 gold, cost-wise. So I have raw quartz that I just give it.
They pick it up.
Will this do ya? Like, it's a big thing of quartz that you get. So.
Whoa.
So,
that is a fine specimen. That can cover quite a bit of the cost. We could actually use this. As he, like, chucks it back, and one of his other dwarf buddies, like, whoa, 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 and catches it. All right. 5 gold.
deal. And I'll shake his hand on that.
You cover his hand in, like, goop, and he's like, I love making a deal with something I don't understand. All right, boys,
I don't know me either,
let's get Boys, we have a new project. 6 frostburn daggers for the lovely slime creature.
And I'm just gonna kind of like sit there for a little bit and just kind of like do. How long is this gonna take?
Oh, we do have a couple of other projects in the loop. How about you come back some early tomorrow?
Okay.
And this is like approaching the end of the day. This is like when
okay, cool.
This is like when the Rakshasa encounter happens with the rest of the party, with Mahadi, the leader of the Wandering Emporium.
Got it.
So you kind of catch back up with the rest of the party the same time that Ali catches back up with the rest of the party. And there are 2 people who go at the beginning of the next day. So that'll work. Absolutely. All right. Oh shit, I haven't been monitoring. Okay, we are in an ad.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so for those of you watching stream, we're gonna go to break really quick. We'll be right back.
Hey.
Hello and welcome back. So, we are catching back up to the point where the last episode ended. Dono, you know, the last place they visited in the last episode was a clothing store. Is that something you would want to change your look at all, or are you still comfortable with your robe of stars?
I added a vest.
Yeah, my whole thing is just like, I have that cloak. I never use it. And I should.
Well, but you're wearing it all the time. Like, like,
I know.
You don't use the magic in it, but it's still what you wear, and it looks good.
I know. It does look good. And I'm just kind of like, but what if I could find something that looks better?
Honestly,
I'm not a man of
this
many clothes.
clothing store,
Honestly,
this clothing store is just, you spend a set amount of money and you get hellish urban street clothes, like the mid-tier of fashion between workers and high class.
Oh,
like,
so I just look more like an Among Us character.
just for you to blend in.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. So no,
Cool.
there's no reason for you to if you don't want.
Slimes are fun, except for you can't be fashionable.
Yeah. Except with your own slime.
You gotta put decorations inside of yourself.
Yeah.
To be the decoration.
Yeah. You decorate yourself
Like a
with
snow globe.
yeah, you put shit inside your body and just have it like floating around.
I'm sorry. I like looking like a small slime child with a star blanket running around hell.
Whoa.
Okay?
That's really cute when you describe it like that. Okay, so with that being said, we are caught up. And on your return journey, Fishhook episode. All right. On your return journey.
Hey, Mavron, did you say there was a red light district?
I like
Wrong
lasers.
Fishhook. No, unless you want to go down this route.
I don't think you're prepared to pay that kind of price.
Yeah, you don't know what I'd be willing to do, right? Anyway,
How's your soul
look.
sound?
Aren't you just trying to get back with your ex-wife?
No.
Well, look, the DM is pointing over there.
Look,
What's
there's-
that?
I just saw a lava bubble pop, or a lava bubble pop, and then it made a finger that went that way.
Yeah. Look, a giant floating arrow.
I think
Guys,
our mission
why-
ping is telling us that we should go.
This
I was
ping, the
looking
ping
at
on the
fucking
compass.
My
show.
overhead display is
the ping
telling
on
me
the
the direction
in-game
we should go.
compass.
It's like, I didn't know that there was
Oh, I see the
sunlight
quest
down here, but
marker
for
over
some
there.
reason that
What's
person's
that?
shining.
There's a glowing line on the ground that's telling us the direction we should
There's a
go.
glowing outline around this person that.
Oh, that person's got a strange quest aura. Let's go see.
They have an exclamation point above their head. That's
Their head.
probably something important.
A fucking Sims like plumb bob above their head.
I was thinking Pokemon encounter, like just be like,
Dun, 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 dun. Have you gotten into reading lately? No.
sure you're hot, but Brock's hotter. I'm like, wow.
Librarian Festus
That is
wants
it.
to battle. No. All right.
I don't know if anybody's read the freaking like words for like Brock's person that's at his
Dude,
gym,
what a
but he literally
fucking
says, "You look
amazing
hot,
profile
but Brock
picture."
is so much hotter." I'm like,
What a-
damn.
What a great looking profile picture, Ellie. My God.
It's so good.
All
I
right.
love it.
So, as you are making your
I
return
don't know
journey,
what you're talking about.
you can't
so
help.
I can't see it.
You can't help but overhear the sound of a barker next to a poster on a wall in the like Ley district. There's like a district of the Iron City here that is mostly kind of like tenement buildings and like just like people of a middle class of hell dwelling people. A middle class of hell dwelling people live in this section of the city, and on a wall plastered is a poster. Oh my God!
Stop breaking
now.
things.
It just falls apart.
A poster
Jesus Christ.
showcasing what looks to be a very dapper-looking devil. He
A dapper
wears.
D?
Oh my God!
It's them, you guys.
Looks like this guy. No. No, a very dapper looking devil. He wears what appears to be like a half tuxedo, kind of like a white short sleeve shirt, black bow tie, black vest, and like a pair of black slacks, and he apparently looks to be holding, looks like either a tome or like a binder or like a folder of some kind. And in the words engraved above his head on the poster is enter the liar's den. And it has a little bit of an event description that the man standing outside next to this poster kind of like reads off in like a newspaper crier or town crier, like Carnival Barker style, like, tonight and tonight only, stretching into the... Tonight? No, we don't have time here. Let me try that again. Soon and very soon, step into the liar's den with his liar's excellency himself, Secundus, and see the marvels at which he weaves his tales and stories for all to enjoy. Challenge him, tell a better story, and he will grant thee a perk or a prize.
How do you spell Secundus?
S-E-C...
Is it a sexual innuendo?
S-E-C-U-N-D-U-S, Secundus, from the Latin for second.
U-N-D-S? Man.
Yes, Allie?
One letter off.
How is the word liar spelled? Is it with a Y or an I-A?
L-I-A-R, a liar's den.
Yes. It's like a false man.
Mavron. Bless you.
Is that what, like, a storyteller is supposed to be? Sorry.
Oh.
So, what you would call a storyteller on the surface, hell just calls liars.
Not all storytellers.
This seems to be some kind of gathering for storytellers, and it looks like it looks like it's kind of a thing where it's not a book club, it's where people gather to exchange stories with each other or lie to each other, about
Not
like
all storytellers are liars.
there are like there are also opportunities to play what appears to be liar's games, specifically liar's deck and liar's dice. Just keeping in theme with it, it looks like there will be food and drink provided, open access to all dwellers and slaves. Welcome to exchange for time in a either time in a camp or time in a whatever other situation. Why is everyone laughing? What did I do?
I don't know.
Not you.
Okay,
you're doing a great job, Dippy.
Okay, something happened.
I just
so
broke.
sorry.
just broke. I read their name and I said, since you have no fur, does that make you a skinny?
That shit was so funny out of nowhere. Oh my god, oh, I gotta get myself. Oh, I see now. I see now. Okay.
Oh my god. That's really good, actually. Okay. So yeah. The guy like town crying this poster is not the guy in the picture. Doesn't look like him either. But he like kind of announces this in a way that like soon and very soon you get the feeling that this is like an event that would take place during the nighttime hours on the surface, or in a few hours time for like your troop, it would be something that you would do instead of going to sleep, and you would sleep through like the beginning of the next day type deal to get your long rest.
Wait, how much of my feature have I used? I've been told that you've been using
once.
it.
You only used it once.
Okay,
In
cool.
this day, you've used it once.
Okay, cool.
Actually, no, you got that back because this is a new day, so you haven't used it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then I have used nothing.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
bud.
I'm pretty good too.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't used anything either, Donna. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that I have
I only
identify
have one
now.
inspiration left. Bardic inspiration. I'm good on spells though. Kind of.
Well, I think I'm a good liar, so I want to go. And then I look at Mavron. I'm like, is there some hell rules about this thing, or is this just a good old game?
Mavron, you know that the Liar's Den is a kind of like a perennial thing. You know, there are plenty of like sleazy bars and like taverns in the red light district that people kind of distract themselves with. This is more of an event put on by Secundus, who you are familiar with. Secundus, you don't associate yourself with him normally, but he does technically have a ring. He told it. The legend goes that he told a joke so funny it made Dispater laugh, and that was enough to get him a ring. Like,
Pause. What is the importance of a ring?
A ring
Or
bearer.
do we not know?
In hell.
Okay.
So Mavron is not a ring bearer. Mavron wants to be a ring bearer. Ring bearers hold more power and prestige in hell. In this layer specifically, by order of, like, not order of dis, but just by, like, if you have a ring, you did something important enough that dis has given you a little bit more power in your station. Sometimes literally. And, you know, Mavron here may or may not have attempted to sequester a ring off of someone very recently and realized that that's not how rings work. But, yeah, that's the importance, mostly, that you could gather.
Okay, so it's a certain type of ring. I can't just give Mavron a ring.
I mean,
That is correct.
I mean, you can certainly try.
I mean, I could give them a ring. I have rings.
I still have that one guy's ring.
Oh my god, you still have
We're
that
supposed
ring
to-
of vows!
We were supposed to meet up with him in Newark City, and then...
And then you got sucked into hell.
I should give you a ring. They used to call me on my cell phone.
Late night when you need
I have a goldfish
my
scale.
ring.
Like, not a goldfish, but a goldfish scale.
Gold fish scale. Yeah, a gold
And
fish.
I have a cigar. When did I get a cigar? I'm just gonna light up the hell now. I can't-
You
I'm
just
just
light up
you
a
got-
cigar. That'll help you blend
it's just
in.
like a shot. Yeah, cool. I
You
was just
inhale-
Like, you know, I'm
you-
taking up smoking this
When
now,
you
guys.
when you inhale, the smoke kind of like pools in your head, and the orange mixes with the gray of the smoke, turning your head kind of like a really poopy brown for like a minute, and then like it kind of starts to dissipate and settle into your form. As it as you kind of like absorb it, you feel like just
You now
this
have like soot in your
you basically have
body.
you
I
basically have
use
soot
prestidigitation to
in,
clean that shit out. Like, ew. And I just hand somebody like a random cigar.
Dog will definitely take the cigar.
Okay, I'll give Zog the cigar. I'm like,
all
yeah,
right,
I
Zog.
like this. So I have no cigars now.
Yeah,
And
no,
it's
you
lit,
don't
so you
have
can
any
just have
cigars.
it.
Dude,
There
that
you
was
go.
like, we got to hell, and that was the first thing Zog did was find a cigarette.
Yeah, it was.
I also have
was a
a
good
blood
moment.
token. When did I get a blood token? What the hell is a blood token?
A blood token.
Is that the thing with like the
Random
necklace that I
inventory
lick and I get-
inspection. Everybody check your inventories for useless shit.
I got some fun stuff in there. You really
Got a
want
lot of
All right.
useless shit.
Oh yeah, you've been lugging around a watchman's head this whole time, haven't you?
Yeah.
The clockwork watchman?
I have a tiny cat
I have
statue.
some
When did I
interesting
get it?
things.
Oh,
I sell like everything I get.
which is the
Watchman head,
right
too.
thing to do
For
if you're
a
not
man
going to
whose
use it.
entire job
I have a
is
broken
to
pen.
lug
A
other
broken
people's
pen!
shit around. Zog, you do a
Three
really good
dead
job of not
rats.
having any
Perfect.
shit.
3 dead,
I try my best.
3 dead rats in your fucking
They're
inventory.
slowly going like atrophying in my bag.
Yeah, you
They're turning
had
to sludge
you-
as I carry them around.
keyword. You
technically,
had
because they're
3
in
dead
a
rats.
And I have 3 rat skeletons. in
They're
sludge.
technically cook. Oh, I thought there was like the meat because you're in hell, so the meat would be cooking.
Oh, so I have.
Oh
I have
no, the sludge,
rat jerky.
the decomposed sludge has liquefied amongst your bag and putrefied all of your other useless possessions.
My bag stinks.
I'm gonna send you a message on
You're
your
gonna press
question
the
real quick.
digitate. I'm just gonna press the digitate my bag.
not
real
only
quick.
does your bag stink, it also is sticky, and that's worse.
Oh, I
It's-
I'm
have
just gonna press to digitate my bags inside and clean that up a little bit, because that's gross.
You can remove the putrefied, decaying
Yeah.
rat corpses from your inventory.
But you
Amazing.
can't remove it from your mind.
Exactly.
Yeah, the feeling will forever be on my fingertips.
The stain. The stain.
Dippy, I sent you a message on a question that
Okay.
or is that just still in there? Did I just like decide it's fine?
No, he didn't. It's still there.
Okay, great.
It's still
Okay,
there.
I'm gonna need to get rid of that at some point for that before we use that. Oh my.
I have lawyer's clothing. When the fuck did I get that?
When you
When you stripped Fisker?
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You
I did
stripped
get that.
Fisker and got his clothes, and they're called lawyer's clothes.
I have a tarnished silver spoon.
I'm gonna read.
And 2 rings, one size 11 and one size 12.
I still have my net cannon. I don't know if I've given anybody that, but I have a +3 net cannon.
No globe.
Oh my
I haven't
god, the
shaken that
freaking
recently.
snow globe. Yeah.
I know I don't have any
Shake
more
it since it
nets.
said that creepy
Hell,
message.
Dippy, could I sell the net cannon while I'm down here? Because I don't have any more nets. I know I used them all.
I mean, yeah. Do you want to just retcon that you can you could have sold it to the dwarves? They would have been interested.
Can I roll to see how much, roll charisma to see how
Make
much?
persuasion.
I have a paperclip.
A paperclip.
I have a random things.
Do you have a
That was
paperclip?
from-
A
that
was-
paperclip.
Single one. That was from when we were in that tunnel area with all the clockwork things. I found it in some loot, and you let me take
Okay,
it along with the
okay.
broken
Yep.
pen. It's a gift.
You're right.
later.
Yep.
I got a 19 on the die, so I got 23.
23.
on
They,
charisma.
the
Actually,
dwarves.
wait, I didn't. Wait, do I have in persuasion? No, I do not. Okay, so it is a 23. I even get proficiency in persuasion.
The dwarves are impressed with the technology. They offer you.
It is technically a gun that can shoot big shit.
Yeah.
That's in your hand, so it's
Yeah.
technically a hand cannon.
Yeah. A net cannon. 100 gold.
100 gold? Fuck yeah, I'll take it. Okay.
Because it still works, and they can make
Oh, yeah.
100 gold because it still works, and they can make more nets, and they can sell it again.
Getting that shit.
Okay. And it's +3 too, so I don't know if that
Be a
makes a
good idea.
difference.
It'd be a good idea.
But
It had
whatever.
like a +3.
Yeah, it had a +3 to every hit.
Oh yeah, because it
But I
came
wasn't
from the
proficient, so
no,
I
yeah,
just
that was,
got a +3.
It came from the Clockwork Watchman. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that adds any value to it, but I wasn't proficient in it, so I just got a +3 when hitting.
125.
Okay, cool. I'll do that. Thank you.
You just add 25 to the 100 you just got. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I am now the richest person in this group again.
Big surprise.
4.
I was before last.
You guys gotta stop spending your money and learn how to trade and
I haven't spent hardly anything.
Those
Then
braces.
don't
were
come from a
pricey.
poor family.
Those bracers were pricey.
Yeah.
Do you want to fight?
Yeah.
Are you trying to fight Allie right now?
Oh,
I like
was
how
trying-
they're just going through their bags
Listen,
in
I
the middle of the
wasn't going
street,
after
and
Allie.
Mavron's
I was
just like,
oh, wait, yeah, your character's name's Allie. I'm sorry. But
Mavron's probably
reading it skinny, I'm just like, that's not your character's name. God, I'm retarded.
they're all
Oh.
just going through their
Talented.
bags in the middle of the street. Mavron's just like, I have cool stuff too, but it's just, on me.
Yeah.
You show us some of your
Zog,
cool
I think
stuff.
the only thing that's missing from your look to be in hell is spikes. You need to have spikes somewhere on your clothing.
Yeah.
And that'll be the next time we stop for clothing. I'm just gonna add spikes now because I just
There
keep
you
adding
go.
to this outfit apparently.
I got
we
all
could
the
just-
spikes.
Exactly.
I just rolled another 19 rolling my die.
Wow.
Keep that one off to the side right there.
Stuff.
Do you want some stuff, Burk? You can have some of mine. If you want. Do you want hold on, I gotta make sure it's not a gift
I have
already. Do you want a
manticore
broken
claws.
pen?
When the fuck did I get?
Okay, I take out the broken pen and I give it to Burk.
As this like basket
stuff. I'm taking
exchange,
it out of my
as this basket exchange is going on in the middle of the street, those of you who are taking the time to look at the poster, see that the location listed
Piece of red leather. Where the fuck? Sorry.
I'm sending you the item description because it was a very specific description, Burk.
the location of this version of the Liar's Den is listed as being on the being like
Send it in the Discord.
in what is basically what would be a park with like grass and trees is instead just an open plain that is basically free of stalactites and stalagmites. So it's a very flat, rocky surface, which is
used for public executions. It's fine.
Exactly, yeah. Public execution Monday. Enter the Liar's Den on Tuesday. Yeah.
Public executions back in the day was a big deal. Okay, that was peak entertainment.
Yeah, they were.
See him could die. It's still like you can still go to an execution.
You can, yeah.
You can.
Go to one.
I mean, you
Just
can.
took a dark turn, but okay.
That took a really dark turn.
It's still a form of entertainment today.
Okay.
Well, to lighten things up, I made a D4 out of paper.
Yay!
Hey, cool.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's really cool, actually. You just put numbers on that bitch and roll it. Yeah.
I only have a black pen.
Oh my god. You made a black paper die, and you have a black pen to put on the
I
black
have so many colored papers. I don't know why I chose black.
You just roll it?
I can't write on.
You just roll it? Wow, nothing.
Oh, it's your DM die, which means that you need to make a decision. It says me.
There you go. I love, someone had the idea of like, all right, you need to roll a d6. You need to roll a d6 for damage, shakes, rolls die, lips, and it's like a set of like the
Yes.
like the lover's dice.
The sex dice.
Yeah, the lover's dice. It's like lips. What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. You tell me. You told me to roll a d6.
You
It's
failed
great.
to mention which one.
That's not a D6. That's a D-sex. Okay.
Hey.
All right.
All right. So, after the swap meet and after you learn the
This man had a
location,
poster.
after the swap meet and after you
Can we
learn the
just
location,
post up like an actual booth of our own for a little bit and just sell some of our random shit?
No, actually, we went over that last session too. You need to have a seller's license in order to.
Can I forge one?
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
You can certainly, and I'm gonna get it this way. You can certainly try.
I
have a forgery kit.
There's a certain someone that all interplanar sellers licenses in the Wandering Emporium must pass through, and if you have a forged document, you get executed. It's pretty serious.
Try and cut my head off.
Oh, and he already knows that you guys don't have one.
Yeah, he already
Yeah.
knows.
No. Fucking sundial and a guillotine. It just like
Just like looks happy. And he's like,
his head falls off.
It's just like
and
the
then
Mad
his
Hatter
head,
in Alice in Wonderland.
his head falls off, and then the head just slithers back around the body, reattaches itself at the foot, and then like climbs back up the body again. That was fun.
Let's do it again.
Again.
It's like, how much damage did I take to me? Cool, I'm not dead yet.
That's fucking incredible.
I love being a slime.
Oh my
So funny.
All right.
Even in his Warforged form, he couldn't be beheaded.
No, he couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Let's get
That was
serious.
a good
for a
riff
moment.
right there.
You said the bad sentence.
I said, no, you didn't see what I did. I said, let's get serious for a moment. So, you know where Enter the Liar's Den takes place. You've done your swap meet. You have, you are in the middle of the city still. Mavron continues to take you back to the hideout, and does so. You now kind of like have you take a guesstimate that it would be around like 9 p.m. The sun would have set in the surface world by now. With the amount of travel time you've done, with the amount of stuff you've done today, you are looking at like an evening, and the Liar's Den event would be taking place shortly, and it seems intriguing, to say the least.
I'm definitely interested.
Sure, I'll come in.
Oh, God.
Willow, again, just as a walk-off, Willow and Quinlan kind of look at you and are like, we'll just stay back for now. And Willow just like nods.
If we would like to compete against the storyteller, do we need to sign up?
You'll probably find out when you get there.
Okay, cool.
Mavron just heaves a really deep sigh and gets up to follow you all.
It'll be fun.
You're not staying in the hideout. You gotta make sure these idiots don't fuck anything up. No.
Pretty much.
That's...
It'll be mildly entertaining. Don't worry.
So, with a significantly less travel time than it took to get to the Electrum Bay, you end up in this kind of like going down a tunnel and into an open space, very liminal hell. It makes it look like these areas and spaces look like they shouldn't be able to collide with each other in the ways that they do, and they do anyway. It's hell. A big, empty, open like tract of rocky land, flat rocky land, where many people have already kind of set up in this natural, bold cavern. You see what appears to be a large, like a medium to large stage, set up as like the keystone against the back wall, as well as several like standing tables. No one's sitting here. It's hell. Several standing tables that people have taken up games of Liar's Dice, Liar's Deck, and other other various people just gathered around to tell lies and stories. You can see kind of hanging bannered from like the ceiling, various portrayals of Secundus and other various storytellers, liars, that have made their way to the event.
Can I look about and see if I can find like where to be able to compete if needed. Also, I would like to take a second from Ali. I was like, hey, I think I might want to tell a story. Could you like help me? Like give me that little, I know you've like, can you, I don't know, pull a card for me?
I can.
I have a feeling of a story that I should tell, but it might depend upon the card that you pull.
Huh?
The Tale of Wanderhome.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Okay.
God, I can't
Oh,
get it.
There you go.
Wander home?
Wanderhome.
Okay.
All right.
I don't even need to understand what that means, but
Do you want to?
I think it means something differently to me than what the card is not meant. So
Take it as you understand it.
Okay. Maybe I would like to enter into that thing to tell a story. If that's possible, please.
All right, so it appears that there is a rather short line of people lining up on one side of the stage going backwards into like what would be backstage behind it. And it doesn't look like, it just looks like there's a queue. There's no signs, there's no anything else, there's just a line of people kind of trudging towards the backstage.
Can I, as I'm going, grab my pot and take like some dirt and just throw it in there as I go into the steps?
You're putting dirt in your pot?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
I casted Bardic Inspiration when I pulled that card.
Okay.
On Sundial.
Okay.
So you get an extra 1d8 on your next roll.
All right.
So very much.
So, as you enter into this short line, it's moving rather quickly, and you realize that the reason why is because there's a large man, devil thing, kind of standing at the access point to the stage, vetting people. And by vetting people, I mean either violently turning them away or non-violently turning them away. And occasionally there will be a person that intrigues him enough. It looks like he gets an intrigued look and he allows them to pass up onto the stage. Shortly after that, you hear like a loud announcer's an announcer's type voice boom out from the front of the stage, where everyone else gets to hear,
Ladies and gentlemen, a new storyteller has taken the stage. Please welcome.
And it says a name.
Okay, cool.
Dergron! And like clapping and cheering and applauding. For the rest of you, sans Sundial, you see a tiefling enter up onto the stage, as the announcer's voice then says,
Let's see if you have the chops to impress Secundus the liar.
and then Secundus steps like out of the shadows of the stage and into like what is basically a single point spotlight that shines down menacingly upon the top of his head, like giving him long shadows down his face and body onto the floor, and he just stands there resolute, ready to listen to whatever story this tiefling has to tell. And the tiefling begins to tell his story, the contents of which are not important for our purposes. Sundial, as you approach, after a few more violent vettings, the big bouncer type devil looks at little old you.
Hi.
All right, already not off to a great start. What is the title of the story you intend to tell?
The Purpose of a Father.
I'm sorry. That over table, that caught me so off guard. In game, he kind of looks and is like, is there any graphic sexual nature in this?
No, I mean, there's unknown, like, there's no sexual,
Right.
but are there children in the stand?
Oh, no. Just,
Okay, cool. Then there's nothing that
title-
should be.
Well, the title is like, made me think of one thing and now it's something else. And
What do you think the purpose of a father is?
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. And he vets a hand to allow you up onto the backstage.
Cool. I will wait in line.
All right. So you now stand backstage next to what appears to be a Actually, yeah, no. You stand backstage with what appears to be, how do I describe this? A tiefling, but their human half is a lot more prominent than their devil half is. They don't have, like, bright red or pink or whatever, like, colored skin for the depths of hell or whatever other plane their father or their mother came from. They have a very humanoid appearance. Very, like a very fleshy, like a flesh bag skin tone. But they still have a pair of very prominent curled horns approaching from the top of their head. And what appears to be, like, patches on their arms of, like, their devilish ancestry coming through. As they stand there, not even nervous in the jitters of the backstage, sees you come up and is like,
Hi.
I guess they're allowing anyone to tell a story these days. And
I'll say.
turns around. Good pullback. As he looks back down at you. Now, roll an intimidation check.
Hey. Where's my intimidation? 19.
As he looks back down at you, and, like, his like shit-eating grin of his shit-eating smirk turns into like a downturned, like, oh shit, okay, well, never mind. It's like a moment of respect was gained in that point. Eventually you hear, and the rest of you kind of hear, the sounds of what appears to be glass and tomatoes and, like, implements being thrown onto the stage at the suckiness of the story that has been told by, like, what did I say his name was? Dergron? Yeah.
Yes.
And Dergron is, like, being actively booed off the stage by the very rowdy crowd. You, some of you see, like, a glass gets hurled at his head, it shatters on his head, cuts him, and is like, oh, fuck! You guys... Fuck you guys! And, like, starts to, like, run off the stage, doesn't realize there isn't a set of stairs at the front of the stage, and just plummets down off of the front of the stage. Like, not damage-worthy, but, you know, he pratfalls into the pit of people. And Secundus, like, shakes his head and just, like, steps back into the shadows. The next person, the humanoid tiefling, takes the stage.
His name's Earl.
Earl.
Yeah, talking.
Ladies and gentlemen, here to tell another story is Earl of... fuck, we didn't get where he came from. Earl, everybody, Earl! And, like... and he, for the long and the short of it, tells a story about how his own mother murdered his devilish father in cold blood, and subsequently traveled across plains to find, or not subsequently, like, consequently, how they had to travel across plains to do this, how they had to discover who aired their... how his mother had to discover who aired him, and when she found his father, killed him, and was lauded as both one of the coldest daggers in the local part of his town, and upon returning to the material plane was subsequently immediately, like, arrested for murder, but, like, acquitted because the glove didn't fit or something like that. I don't know.
Fantastic.
Offhanded. The crowd does not react. They don't boo, they don't cheer. They simply sit in awe at the story they've been told,
Secundus kind of walks over, walks out of the spotlight into the center of the stage where Earl has finished telling his story, and is like, "You've done well, my boy. This crowd has been enraptured by your tale of blood and revenge. What do we say?" And you see the crowd, everyone in the crowd, other than you, other than like your party, holds up a sideways thumb. And then Secundus like takes this gesture, like this grand, like outstretched hands gesture, and as soon as he drops his hands, everyone either does a thumbs up or a thumbs down, very gladiator-esque. And you see that a majority of the thumbs are a thumbs up. And Earl looks out at the crowd and is like, looks over to Secundus. "Well done, my boy." And he claps his hands together, and a little golden trophy on like a pedestal, like a show trophy, you know, a little golden cup trophy type thing, kind of appears floating in midair as he grasps it. Turns it over, and the placard reads the title of the story that he told, and then a little superlative under it. Coldest tale of revenge. Open parentheses, contemporary, close parentheses. In an offshoot vignette, somewhere in hell, a home has lost its trophy.
Oh no.
So he took the other guy's trophy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
He can recall these trophies from basically anywhere that they own them, and give them to the people that gain them. Maybe? Who's to say? And then as you step up onto the backstage, you see this kind of like, this person who's been acting as this invisible voice, a very portly, impish half devil, looks kind of like Phil from Hercules. He isn't a satyr, but he has like that Danny DeVito aura about him. A very wrinkled face, a pair of glasses, looks up to you and he goes, "What's your name, kid?"
Sundial.
"And the title of your story?"
Purpose of a father.
"Where did you come from?"
That's a harder question to answer than it should be. Not here.
Man. Well, how does a man of mystery sound?
I'm good with that.
All
I don't know
right.
if I'm a man. I could be a lady.
Person of mystery.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna give you 5 seconds. The announcer's gonna call your voice. You're gonna go out onto the stage. As soon as he says the title of your story, introduces Secundus to the crowd again, and you will begin. You'll begin after the. You will begin after the tone in your head sounds. Don't worry about where it comes from. It's just a way to keep everyone honest. All right. Go ahead.
Okay.
Let's see what you got. And as you turn, you hear the announcer, "Ladies and gentlemen, here to tell another rapturing tale, Sundial, the person of mystery." As you see everyone in the crowd cheers and cheers. And the party, you see Sundial walking onto the stage. What appearance do you take on as you walk onto the stage?
So I have my pot that I drag from behind my back.
Yes.
And I am my small form.
Uh-huh.
And then what will happen is that I throw the dirt that's in the pot onto the ground.
Hmm.
And I wait for the ding in the back of my head, and then I will put myself into the dirt and begin to use shape. Let's see here. I'm going to be using a mixture because none of this is concentration. Of mold earth, shape water, and prestidigitation to be able to tell my story.
Oh my god.
Quick thing before you start, Zog from the Liar's Dice table is also going to cast Enhance Ability on you for Eagle's Splendor, so you have advantage on all your charisma checks.
Fuck yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah.
I feel
by the way,
I end
Zog,
up feeling more confident in myself in this moment.
by the way, Zog,
Yes.
you
I'm
move on
actually-
to your
yeah.
next hand.
Yeah.
Woo! Hello.
Mavron's just in between Burk and Allie, double fisting ale, sipping it, and then goes, I don't see how this is going to go well. It should be interesting, though. Hopefully they won't kill them. It happens occasionally. And then take the big, long sip.
Have faith. It
So you know how
always
Liar's
seems
Dice
to
works.
work out.
There are so many different ways to play Liar's Dice.
Okay, this version of Liar's Dice, everyone
Yeah.
has 5 dice.
Okay.
You go around the table, starting. Someone calls out a number
Yep.
to start. Whether that be 1, 1, 5, 1, 4, whatever.
Yep.
The next person then increases that number, gives the next number by adding how many of that number they have under their cup.
Okay.
So, for instance, the person starts with 1 4. If you have
Yep.
2 4s, you can say 3 4s, and that means that
Yes.
you have 2. If you're taking the other guy into account and saying he
Add his
had
word.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Play
bidding
continues.
on how many...
Play
yeah.
continues around the table until the number is too big for someone to be comfortable with it.
Yep.
At which point they reveal. At which point the liar, the person who is called out for being a liar, reveals their cup. If the number that they added matches, then the player who called them out for being a liar is disqualified, loses their money. If the number doesn't match, they lose their money, but they continue to play.
Okay.
And then play continues using the number that was previously previously called before the liar,
Oh, play continues. That's not a new hand after that.
until it reaches the person that started the chain.
Oh,
And
okay.
he calls out whether the number, and he or not, he doesn't call out. Once
This
it
is a
reaches
game
the
from Pirates of the Caribbean.
yeah,
It's been around longer than that, but yes.
I mean, it's been
Yeah.
a lot longer than that, but Pirates
Okay.
of the Caribbean popularized.
It's currently getting like decently popular on TikTok right now with a weird.
It
thing.
is.
Yes.
Yeah, there's
Noticed
a
that.
game that reintroduced Liar's Dice to the general public. This is my version of it. I have not played that version of
Okay.
Liar's Dice. I don't know if it matches. If it doesn't, sue me. Whatever. Don't actually do that. Okay, so
Yes. No.
there are 5 people at
have
your
no
table, Zog, which means that the maximum number that can be called at any time for any number is 25.
Yes.
First person lifts up their cup.
Do you want me to roll 5d6?
Yes, please do.
Alright. Oh.
You only need, and also the fun part about this is you only need to roll insight against the person ahead of you.
Okay.
You don't need to roll insight about the whole table.
Alright, what do they say?
So the first person, you are number 4 at this table.
Oh, shit. Alright.
First person says 2 3s. Next person, 4 3s. The person ahead of you,
Yep.
7 3s. You can make an insight, or
Yeah.
you can just straight up call him a liar, or you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an insight on that.
Okay, make an insight check.
Ooh. 27?
A bit of braggadocio reveals he may have overplayed his hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you on that one, bud.
You You pound your fist on the table and call him a liar.
Yep.
He picks up his cup, 1-3, and he's like, and he like throws the cup across the room, and then realizes play continues, and he goes, retrieves it. So, continuing from 4 3s, that was the person after you.
Yes.
Continuing from 4 3s.
Do I had? I called him out. I still make a call.
Yes, you still make a call. That's how play continues. So
Okay,
you add on to 4.
Wait, what if I? Okay. Is there a stay in this of I do not think it can go up from there?
Are you saying you don't have any 3s?
Yes. Well, I mean,
if you want to say you don't have any 3s, then you just say 4 3s again. You just continue as if you don't have any 3s.
Yeah, 4 3s.
Okay. Over table, was that the truth or was that a lie?
I have a 3.
You have
but that
A3.
doesn't mean the people before me were telling the truth about 3s either. So 4 3s sounds fair for the table.
Right.
So that's not a lie. It's, hey, I think on this table right now there are 4 3s. Or do the people behind me show their dice after they're played?
Oh yeah.
They
when you
wouldn't,
call
right?
out a liar, sorry, yeah, that's absolutely right. Play starts over
Everyone would
because
have to show-
everyone
yeah.
behind you shows their dice.
Yeah, everyone would have to show dice.
Sorry.
Alright, so play. Yeah.
So when you called out that first liar, in
Yes.
order, first guy turns up 2 3s, second guy turns up 2 3s, third guy turns up 1 3, making it 5. He leaves, meaning the table is now at 4. Sorry.
Yep.
My apologies. You entered this
All right.
table when there were 7 people at it.
Okay.
Okay. So play restarts then. So the new guy ahead of you.
So I would re-roll it.
Yes. First guy calls out 1-1. Second guy calls out 3 1s.
That's me.
Mm-hmm.
He
You
said
can make an
3
insight.
ones?
You can make an insight check, or you can call your number, or you can call him out.
I'm definitely gonna insight. I'll insight at the time. I'm great at insight. 20, 18 plus 9.
Oh shit! We hit an ad break again. I
It's
really.
fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Just play through.
Let's play through this. Little bonus
But
for the VOD
unsubscribe.
viewers.
27 again.
Little bonus for the
2
VOD
18s
viewers.
in a row.
27 again.
Yep.
He speaks with an air of truth.
All right. We're at 4 1s.
You're at
Or
3
3
1s.
4 1s.
Insight check from the guy ahead of
What would I do
you.
for a poker face check?
Deception.
All right.
His insight is trying to beat your deception.
Technically, it'd be deception or persuasion,
19.
and you wouldn't tell the DM which.
19. Okay.
Yeah.
Then deception, persuasion. Yeah. So deception, persuasion.
I'll just be. It's the same either way.
It's the same
they're
either
both
way.
19.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so it would be a 19. He like squints. Looks under his cup. Puts his cup back down. You brought it from 3 to 4.
Yes.
Puts his cup back down. 4 3s. First guy looks at that guy. It's a free hand. And play continues. We'll go back to Zog now. Not Zog.
Yeah.
We'll go back to Sundial now.
Hello. As I have
All
now
right.
fused.
So,
As I am now mixed.
so you are a slimy puddle conjoining water and loose dirt. I can't believe you fucking got around that part of the fucking spell. As you tell your story, first and foremost,
Make a performance check before you tell your story. This is your entry mindset in the story. This is how the crowd takes your entry.
Don't forget you have a 1d8 you can add to any roll.
I also get advantage, so...
You get advantage? Are you using your...
I gave him advantage with.
Oh no, gave me advantage with nothing.
You did get advantage.
So,
that's right. So your first performance check is what?
It is my first performance. It is 27.
Holy shit. The crowd is immediately enraptured with this show of orange slime, orange goop, and raw earth and water combining together to form a visual marvel on the stage. As you hear a few ooh from like the crowd and ah from the crowd.
I am going to, you see him split everything up, and you see like a kind of base made, and then stars be brought above, and you see him from the dirt create these different buildings and such. And he says, a man and son living within a starry-like city live their lives in peace and harmony.
Everything changed with the Fire Nation attack.
God damn you, dog.
The son full of joy, and the father always about keeping an eye and watching things come, making sure the son is safe. The son constantly happy, sending joy to those around him, and wishing for nothing more than what he has. But sometimes there are things that happen that even fathers can't stop. And sometimes there are things that cannot be foreseen. As from the sky, what seems like almost that of a world-destroying thing comes and begins to fall. The son looks to the father for happiness or comfort and joy, as the father takes his time and tries his hardest to give comfort. They run as people push and pull and throw themselves all about. Now you may ask, well, you may even know, what is the father feeling? But even before this, the father felt responsibility. He felt a duty. And right now, he feels nothing but pain. Because he knows that this could probably be the last he ever sees. And so he looks at his son and memorizes his face as he falls. And you see the earth crumble as you see the different people. And as I'm telling the story, you are literally seeing a visualization of tiny, little things happening. As you see this massive like stone come out from the sky, and it slowly is coming into play as you see that, like a close-up come to the father and the son as they look down, and you see the father fall as he's still staring at his son, and he sees the ground break from underneath of him, unable to grab his son or save him. As you hear the sounds of people screaming, and suddenly, nothing. The father is left in silence. What is the purpose of this? Why does this happen? Is it for memory? Is it to suffer? Or is it to continue to live? the next memory the father has is falling and being sucked within his own emotions and hardening himself, that he becomes himself a stone that enters on to the ground, and he emerges not of himself but of something else, as he is changed to resemble the memory of what he once loved. Wandering, holding. So what is the purpose of a father? It is to protect. It is protect that which he loves, even when it is gone. And you are stuck with an individual at the end that is wandering and has kept the memory of the child and stays happy and spreads joy and happiness and kindness. Until they're able to find others. They're able to appreciate the memory, even if they don't know it. And that's how the story ends, where he finds more individuals.
Now I need you to make a second performance check to see how the atmosphere of the crowd is at the end of your story.
If I want to add the star thing, do I say it before I roll or after?
Add the star thing from your Cloak of Stars?
Yes.
Okay, wait, let me...
I think I have
Feels
to
like it's been forever since I gave you this.
Yes. I'm like, might as well use it, right?
Yeah. Let me see here.
Use it either +5
I sent it in our direct
to
messages with
player just made before learning the outcome of the roll. Okay, I already rolled, so I can't use it. So I have to use it before I know the outcome.
Let me see. The item description. You have that with you, correct?
Yes, it's in the actual I copied and pasted.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I copied and pasted into the item that's on here, so it has the full description.
Oh, in D&D Beyond. In D&D Beyond.
Yes. Adds 5 and fails the horrific outcome that befalls the player. Subtract 5 that fails and minor inconvenience. I'm pretty happy with what I rolled. I'm just like, I'm wondering if I could pass. If I added, if I did -2 to it, because I don't know.
Okay, so I will say you can go ahead and roll again. If you want to expend a charge to roll this again.
Okay. I don't want to roll again because I rolled really good.
Okay, then what did you get?
I got a 19 and I have a +4, so I got 23.
23.
Because I don't get
You didn't need to use a damn cloak.
I know, I just wanted to get a better outcome. Because if I add a negative to it, then it gets better. But okay, cool. So yeah, I got a 23 on this without the bardic inspiration. So yeah. Hi guys. Yeah.
All right. Actually, no. If you wanted to subtract, if you wanted to expend a charge to subtract 5, that should be from. Before learning the outcome of a roll is, you see what the roll is, and before I tell you the outcome, you can expend a charge.
Okay, cool.
So you rolled a 23. Do you want to expend a charge to turn that?
I think I'll pass with just above a 20. With this crowd, so I'll -2 because I can go up to a 5, right? Or is it just a 5 or...
It's a flat +5 or -5.
Okay, then I'm not going to use the cloak. Because if I do a -5, then I'm going to fuck it up.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. So... the crowd looks at you. And...
as I dissipate back to just who I am, and I look as my form.
Mm-hmm. They have put on a very brave face, but you can tell that some emotions were stirred among the more sympathetic of those in the crowd. You can tell that a lot of people... this is kind of the... Earl's story left the crowd in shock because of how horrific it was. Your story has left the crowd silent because of how empathetic you came off to a crowd that is literally born of hell. Secundus notices this. He walks out from his spotlight on the stage and approaches you. And in your normal form, he towers over you.
Oh, I can just get big to be...
You increase your size to match Secundus in this moment. And as you do, he watches you like come up to eye level with him.
Hi, how's it going? I'm Sundial.
God damn it, Dono. It seems like your stories touched a lot of people. And to tell you true, I am impressed. You have a knack. Personally, I cannot relate or empathize with your story, so I will leave it to them to decide. Ladies and gentlemen, what do we say? And you see everyone put their thumbs in the neutral position to start, and he holds that posture. The rest of you can participate in this if you'd like.
Thumbs down. I'm crying. No.
As he holds his hands up,
you guys see Mavron like shift one mug into the crook of his arm to hold the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't let me die.
as he holds his hands, and he drops them. Mavron, take an inspiration point.
Person.
You're sticking to character.
I'm gonna also lean over to Burk and just be like, well, some fathers don't live up to their purposes, do they?
Whoa.
Actually, Mavron's managed to get both mugs into one hand.
Yeah, yeah. Just like death gripping both mugs in one hand.
Gripping the handles of each mug.
Mm-hmm.
At least some people in our party have good ones.
As you look out over the rest of the crowd, and it looks like a pretty even split. It looks like a lot of thumbs downs and a lot of thumbs ups. But at just a glance, it looks like there's just barely a majority thumbs up. Like, by the skin of your teeth, a majority thumbs up. Perhaps some of your party members put you over that limit. As Secundus looks out over his crowd, looks over to you. Congratulations. And a trophy appears. This trophy appears to be like, you ever seen like a marbled alloy, where it's an alloy that kind of shifts between gold and silver and like other metallic colors? This trophy is a marbled alloy
And the placard reads, "The purpose of a father, superlative, most empathetic, most empathetic tale, parentheses, ancient."
Wait, ancient? What do you mean by ancient?
As he looks at the placard, as you look and he looks at the placard at the same time, and he says, "Your words carry more. Your words have carried more true over time than it seems you would realize. Cherish it. There aren't too many like these." And you now have a Secundian trophy.
Okay. I'll let you put that into my inventory because I don't.
I'm gonna so long story.
After game.
It's a very simple thing. A Secundian trophy, based on the nature of the trophy, gives you a small boost to a skill. In this case, it gives you what would be a good skill tied to empathy? Insight. It gives you a plus. While this trophy is in your possession, and that doesn't mean that you are carrying it. That doesn't mean that you are whatever. As long as that trophy is yours, you have a +3 to insight.
Maybe. Okay. I'm a monster. So, magical bonus is 3.
But as soon as someone comes along and tells a story that takes your Secundian,
fucking try in
as
hell.
as soon as someone comes along and tells a story that takes your trophy away from you, you then suffer a -3 to your insight for the for a set period of time.
Okay, it's fine.
As Secundus presents it to you, and he says, "You've done well. You may not have rung true with everyone, but you rang true enough. Go, enjoy your spoils."
Okay, and I just eat the trophy.
As he looks in shock and dismay and realizes, and as the trophy kind of falls down into your body a little bit, and then it suspends itself, and he looks and realizes, what the fuck? Okay, just get off the stage. Get off the stage.
You want me to clean this up?
You hear Mavron very loudly go, at this point he's finished one ale and is halfway through the other, go, "Ha!"
and the crowd laughs a little at the comedy of the situation. You managed to get a laugh out of the crowd. Well done.
Do I get another trophy for that? I'm kidding.
Don't push your luck, son. As he snaps and you translocate from on the stage to somewhere in the crowd adjacent to your friends. Okay. And you look and Mavron and Zog are 20 feet that way.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Zog and while he's on the liar's table, use my new insight to help him.
It's down to Zog and one other person. Now, the way that this works, you will
sit
go and
back
turn
just a little bit so they can't see me.
Yeah.
But be able to keep an eye on them. And I'm just gonna have just a little silver wire slowly materialize.
Well, actually, before we do any of that, the second it comes down to one person, Zog will just look up and say, you want to just split it and I'll buy you a drink? It's not that much fun when it's just the two of us.
Are you pussing out?
I'm not. I just came to have fun, and I've played this many times with just 2 people.
You're just trying to make sure that you have some money when you walk away from this.
You're also walking away with money and a drink.
Yeah, but look, I could have your money as well.
Fine, I'll just run you into the fucking ground, I guess.
All right, so the way this works, you're gonna take turns on each number, and your job is to keep track of how much of each number is said.
Okay, I'm rolling right now.
Because at any point, either one can like smack the table when the math doesn't add up, and whoever smacks first calls out a liar. Has to face whether or not the math has added up correctly. All right, ready?
Yep. You're the one that wants to play. By all means, go ahead.
3 1s.
3 2s.
Sorry. You also have to contribute to ones.
Oh, I can't
it's
go
down
up number-wise
each
as
number.
well?
Yeah.
Oh.
If you don't have any ones, then you just keep it at 3 1s.
Maybe.
Fine, 3 1s.
Can I have like insight onto this?
Make an insight check.
$24.
Bold. But you don't
What's
detect
bold
a lie.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 1s. Fine.
No 2s.
3 2s.
Mavron notices this exchange, and like Riker sits with 2 new mugs of ale.
I reach over and just like look at you with like puppy dog eyes as I start reaching towards one of your
What
cups.
was your
I roll passes you a mug.
What was your check?
Natural 20.
All right.
22 overall.
No 3s.
Okay. No 3s.
2 4s.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
I'm gonna insight check that as well.
25.
Why am I drawing a blank?
25.
18.
That would use up all 5 of his dice.
That would.
But it's hard to tell.
What did he say? He said 2 4s?
2 4s. Earlier he said 3 1s. You said 3 2s.
Yeah.
Him saying 2 4s fills his hand. So the impetus is now on you to determine whether he's telling the truth or not.
What does my 18 give me?
It's hard to tell.
What does my 25 give me?
There's a little twitch in his eye when he says 2 4s. How are you going to silently communicate that with Zog?
Well, I'm gonna use message.
Silently. You have to speak to cast message.
Do I have silent spellcasting? Spell twin.
How
spell.
are you?
Nope, I don't. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm not.
Even if you had silent spell. What?
I'm going to pop out Mosaic. Have her scurry over and touch Zog's foot.
Okay.
Mosaic rubs up against your foot.
Mosaic gets kicked because I can't see it.
No.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I will say, and we're betting on how many 4s are on the table, right? Between me and him, I'm betting how many. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have, for instance, like if you don't have any 4s, or if you have like, I don't know, if you wanted to increase the basically.
If I say 3 4s and we reveal our cups and there's 3 4s on the table, I'm good. Between me and him, if there are 3 4s on the table.
Between you and him.
Yes.
technically, yes, you would.
I'm going to... Man, I want to know what he says for 5s. 3 4s.
No 5s.
No 5s.
No 6s.
No 6s.
Make an insight. He's so bad at insight. Why is he rolling so bad?
How did he make it this far?
What's your check?
17.
No. he thinks back to what you said earlier.
Can Mosaic give him the help action, making it advantage?
At this point, how about we split it and you buy me a drink?
He feels
Mavron
himself.
elbows on the table.
He feels the metaphorical corner. He looks at you, and without picking up his cup, he extends his hand.
I shake his hand back. All right, over table. What did he roll?
He rolled 3 1s, a 4, and a 6.
I got 3 2s and 2 4s.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So
I was
He said
hoping,
3 4s.
Yeah, I was hoping he
earlier.
would call out the 3 4s.
yeah.
I was banking on him lying about a 4. I was telling the truth about I have 2, and I bet you only have 1.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow.
Good game.
Yeah.
All right.
He wasn't backing down from, because his over table, when you said
Yes.
3, that put the impetus back on him to determine if he can continue with no 5s, no 6s, and if you slip up with no 5s, no 6s, you know, and you didn't, and all of a sudden it came down to last liar's call, and
And he had nothing.
and he didn't have anything to say. So, well done.
So I got
gets
half
up,
the pot and a drink.
He gets up, he splits the money between the pot, of which at that point the pot had reached 75 gold, 25 silver. 70.
Okay.
Let's call it 70 gold, 20 silver. Even so, it can be split evenly.
So 45 gold, 10 silver.
35 gold, 10 silver.
35 gold, I bet.
And he takes 2 of those gold that he just won, and like literally, like like eyeballs the bartender. Fucking stout for me and this asshole, and like grabs pours them, hands them both to you, and you get a free stout.
I hand this out right to... I was going to say Avery. Fuck.
Oh,
I hand this out right to Mavron. Oh, they just gave me their drink. Here you go.
Grabs the other one and looks at the loser and goes, "Well, glad to see this is going to good use." And takes a massive swig.
And he just storms off.
Zog, did you see me? Did you see me?
If no one else,
I saw you, buddy.
If
Thank
no
you.
one else wants to challenge Secundus with a story, then the rest of the festival will go off as the Liar's Den kind of dies down, dwindles. Secundus gets up on stage and addresses his audience. My friends, liars galore. Many stories have passed over our stage tonight, and some have come out impressing not just me, but all of you. Would our new winners please stand? Would our new winners please stand and approach the front and enjoy your adoring audience?
I jump off of the stool, don't get any taller, and just walk through this.
Yeah. Jump and like stays suspended. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go over, as well as Earl and 2 other tieflings that got like little tiny trophies. Like they told like a joke that made one of them told a joke that made Secundus laugh. One of them told a joke that made the whole room except Secundus laugh, and they both got a little dinky trophy for him. The whole room like thumbs up at Secundus, and Secundus was like, "Son of a bitch." And like, and the placard on the second one is best your mom joke, because the your mom joke was directed at Secundus.
Your mom is so stupid. It took her till she was 5. She realized her hands were fucking backwards.
I don't trust my performance or D&D Beyond. So yeah, no.
Okay.
Mavron has no interest in this form of entertainment.
No.
Sundial puts
So-
up like and shit.
And the
Like,
crowd
so small.
and Secundus goes, your new favorite storytellers, and claps in the rest of the room like, yeah, claps and cheers.
I start twerking. Or no, I do the floss. Okay.
Mavron downs.
Minus 1 inspiration point.
His
Fuck off.
Mavron downs his last stout that he had and finds the guy that got booed off the stage and yeets it to bounce it off his head.
Well, there were a couple more that were booed off subsequently, like after that guy. But
No,
you
that's
find
what he's
that
been
guy.
doing as he finishes.
Yeah.
As he finishes his ales, just fuck that guy in particular.
Yeah, exactly. So the last guy that got booed off stage, you. Fuck.
At this point, Mavron's had like 5 ales.
Yeah.
And he's like
Mavron
nailed
is-
this guy every single time.
Maverick is
And-
drunk and still a
Maverick's
master at
drunk.
aim.
Yeah. And at one point this guy was all the way over the other side. Tung.
Twing. All right.
It's like the Pringles can.
So, Pringles can. I love that. And Secundus addresses the 4, including you, Sundial.
Yes.
May they sit warmly on your heart, or in your guts. Well, whatever.
I don't even know. I don't even.
And that is probably the scariest part. Good night. Safe travels, everyone. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And he, like, whoosh, like a wind, like, knocks all of the banners and shit, like, up and, like, hooks them onto satellites and stuff, closing off, like, decorations and everything. And the crowd begins to disperse out of the tunnel, and into the hellish scape above.
Alright, we should probably go to bed.
So, as you travel back, you make your way back to the hideout, where Quinlan and Willow are sleeping. Neither of them really sleep. I mean,
I
they
show
do.
Willow my
Yeah.
big fucking fuck off trophy that I just won.
Waking her up.
Willow,
Hey!
Willow, look at this. I got a big ass trophy.
Whoa!
It changes color.
Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna eat it again.
That has the same energy as.
Yeah. As Willow yawns again, it's like, that's great, Sundial. And like, goes back to sleep.
Mavron walks to the bar inside and pours himself another fucking drink.
The Bone Devil sees you inebriated beyond belief.
Most drunk he's ever seen Mavron.
Indulging fate, are we?
He leans over and whispers to the Bone Devil. I will be very happy when I get to yeet them all somewhere else.
When I get to yeet them all somewhere else?
Do I pick anything up with my passive perception of 25 for that?
If you're
Because I've been
considering
suspicious of Mavron the entire time Mavron's been in our party.
considering Mavron is trying to whisper but failing it with their inebriation.
Probably.
And B, you have a passive of 25. Yeah, you hear that probably.
I'm gonna slide up to Mavron and just be like, well, when you find a nice cliff, let me know. I'll save you the trouble.
I don't care. Where? As long as I get you all out of my hair.
Why are you helping us to begin with, then?
Don't know.
It seems kind of silly if you don't like us to be hanging out with us so long. You could have just left us at the wayside. We haven't helped you that much. We don't know enough about you to harm you.
They say as they ignore the fact that they got you a ring, and they also got you an opportunity at a ring of your own. They have helped you. They may not know that, but they have helped you a lot. And you feel yourself chewing on your words or is that vomit?
You see, this kind of does the whole, like... Unfortunately, we have an agreement.
Can I have a drink with you?
Grabs whatever bottle that he grabbed initially. He didn't even check which one it was.
Sip.
And another mug, and pours you a drink.
I'm gonna drink it.
You
And
take
then
a
just,
you
like,
take a little.
drinking the bottle.
I was about to say you take a little sip sample. Ooh, this is like really strong cognac.
I'm gonna steal my gut and try to chug it.
The fucking you take a little. You take like oh god, what is it called? Like not a rocks glass. You take a rocks glass of cognac and down it.
I'm gonna try.
Make
I
a
was
con
handed a drink.
save.
I'm gonna drink it. I'm not a drinker either.
Make a con
That is
save.
not LEC.
It's just the severely
got
inebriated.
Whopping 11.
11. You tip the glass back, you lean forward, half the glass comes back out. And like the half that went down burns, you feel it, and half of that comes back up. No puke, just pure liquid. Like your body rejected how strong this fucking cognac is.
Regurgitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, you got any milk? Cause that was terrible. I'm not really a drinker. I was trying to. I'm level with you, Maverick.
And
I
there's
was trying
this
to like
deep,
relate to you, and
throaty
that
laugh
didn't work.
that like starts in Mavrin's chest and then kind of like works its way out, and it ends up being like this deep, rich laugh as he's just laughing his ass off at you for trying to drink with him and not being able to manage that.
I was just, trying to
Like that.
bridge a gap. It didn't
Yeah, pretty much.
work. Milk? You got any of that?
The Bone Devil
My
looks at you with a face that only a mother could love, that also says, bitch, does it look like there's any milk down here? And
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Allie, I'm curious what they would milk.
I don't know. Maybe like a
As you
tree.
hear-
It's just
as you
weird
hear a
down
voice-
here.
as- you say, I'm curious what they would milk, and you hear a voice behind you that you did not check when you walked in go, whores.
I would drink some horse milk.
I
You know,
I didn't hear
I
F
even
in
drink
that word.
some.
Oh, I know what
People milk.
they could possibly milk.
I'm not
I don't know
picky.
that Allie would want to drink that, but yeah.
And on that note, we will call it a session as the second day passes uneventful. And
No, that was still all the first day.
That was
That's what I
eventful.
mean.
What do you mean?
No, yeah, that's what I mean. The second day's gonna pass because you're gonna sleep for your long rest and not have interest in anything else. Unless you do. Maybe we'll find out next time.
I'm gonna regret that fourth of my drink that I managed to swallow down for sure. I'm gonna regret that for sure.
So, tune in next time on November 8th when we come back with another episode of the In-Quy'zz-ition and possibly a summons to the Iron Throne. Until then, I've been Dippy, your DM. These have been my lovely players, and until next time your adventure matters, please roll your initiative. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.